This is Kicking It with Killa, and today we got a super special guest. This is Punahele.
Aloha, that's the Molly in me. I'm the small axe that swings towards the big tree.
What's up,
What's up,
brother?
bro? Thanks
Glad
for
to
having me.
Yeah, no
Yes,
worries.
bro.
Glad to have you on, a legend like yourself. Yep. So, first off, I usually like to kick it off with where were you born, or like where you came up from?
Yeah, so how's it? My name's Punahele. I'm from Makaha, Hawaii, on the west side of Oahu.
Yes.
Yeah, born and raised over there. Um, Grew up catching show breaks and going to
Yes.
chicken fight and cutting school, being kolohe. And yeah, my cousins play ukulele, family full of musicians. And I couldn't do none of that. My fingers was more busy
Yeah.
playing like video games, I Pokemon as a little kid. And yeah, I couldn't sing like a lot of my relatives. I get one of my cousins is in Pohaku and sing.
Oh, for real? Oh, dope.
And I could never sing. Like my auntie them all can sing falsetto, and I just couldn't. I was just always trying to rap.
Yeah.
And that is something that always sticks with me.
Hell yeah. Well, you got it going, guarantee it. Honestly, when I listen to your music and stuff, it's not like you don't have melodies and stuff like that. You got it going, bro. So who is the first one of your family that you got to like listen to or like inspired you into music?
Well, my mom had me when she was 42.
First,
Yeah.
oh, nice.
She never think that she could have kids, and she met my dad and went to the hospital and found out she was pregnant.
That's crazy.
As an older Hawaiian woman, she used to bump a lot of old soul, like Marvin Gaye, Sam Cooke, Jackie Robinson,
Hell
the Drifters.
yeah.
So every time we was cleaning the house like that,
That's jamming.
Jamming vinyl, CDs, just pumping all day, and I fell in love with oldies first.
Hell yeah. That's how. Same with me. Like I always had influence from Hawaiian music and stuff like that, but my dad used to just like old school like hip hop and stuff like that. So it really influenced my music choice in life. So that's how you got into rap. Then you're like, I love Hawaiian music and all that, but this hits a different way.
Yeah. I have an older brother. Shout out my brother Kelly. He's on Crazy Fighter, like 9-0.
Yes,
always when bully, like
this guy.
Sorry, bro, I'm telling you business, but and one day he got arrested, and the cops was like taking him away. He threw his car keys to me, and he had on Camaro, and he had Tupac greatest hits.
Yeah.
And on that CD had most of like Ain't Nothing But a Gangsta Party. Then had the super conscious Tupac, rhyming about his mom, about keep your head up, all those songs, Changes. And I kind of gravitated more towards that because I was looking at my mom's situation, my brother's situation, getting arrested, my pop's situation, getting arrested. And I was like, a lot of the more conscious stuff is what kind of weighed heavy on me.
I see. No, yeah, definitely. I fuck with that because sometimes it's that jumpy stuff that gets you into it, and then once you get into that deep part of hip hop, that's when you understand that it's much more than just beats and stuff like that. You actually like there's meaning behind what people are saying if you actually dive deep into it. So that's a super cool part of hip hop. So you're just cruising the whip or just listening to him inside the car?
Nah, I was only like 7, 8, 9 years old.
Okay, not
old,
whipping
like
it yet.
And I was just in his car every single day, bumping whatever, all the CDs, you know what I mean, and just listening,
busting out the
car.
binder.
Yeah, the big binder. Nobody bothered me. I was just in the car. The car. He came out of prison. Whatever. 1 year later, turned the car on.
That's because I was starting home every day. Yeah, that's good. So he caught you, brought us back. So.
Yeah.
That's cherry. So when did you first actually lay down a track, or who was the guy that was like, yo bro, you got to get on this, or when was the mic presented to you?
Okay, you guys somebody do their research and find this footage. I was in anger management, and I don't think I was an angry child.
Yeah,
it's just we had choke white teachers, ghetto community, and my pidgin was so hardcore and just came off a little bit rough,
stronger,
that they never understand me. So they said, this kid needs anger management.
Yeah.
And my friend's mom, Hop Tong Smith's mom, was the lady that would help counsel all the kids. And we sang one anger management song that we made up. And they told us, oh, if you like do something at the end, do something at the end. Me and one of my homies just went freestyle, like
The whole thing.
continue the
Hey, that's
song,
dope.
and was on KHON. And
What? That was the first one.
yeah, and I never
That's
think nothing of it for
wild.
years until somebody told me they seen a video of me singing and rapping one
Bro,
song.
I'm going to find this footage. Just gonna, you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
gonna see it. I'm gonna find it somewhere, somehow.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's super sick. So from the beginning, you got on the news, bro.
Yeah. So
That's
that was
lit.
how.
Yeah, that's super sick. So who is that homie you said?
My homie Hop Tong's mom. Everybody just call her auntie. If you guys know, back in the 90s, there was always a program that introduced kupuna, Hawaiian kupuna, to schools. I guess they just wanted to try to make up for their lack of Hawaiian culture, and
Yeah.
she was also the anger management.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Okay, cool. That's super dope. So, bro, you broke down a lot of barriers and stuff, like Nahoku being a Hawaii music category and stuff like that. You won a few albums, yo. And then was it just a hip hop album you won in that one?
Yeah, I won 4 hip hop albums.
Bro, 4-time Nahoku. You guys don't even understand how big that is to like some Hawaiian boys, but that's the Grammys of Hawaii. 100%.
Yeah. No, people be like, bro, you won 4, bro. I tried 8 times, couple times, I never even get in.
Nah.
I took my losses like a man. I never complained. And
That's how.
Yeah. My mom, like I said, she was an older woman. We would always watch the Hokus and just joke around, and she'd be like, "Oh, one day I hope like all your cousins jamming, all your cousins making music. I hope one day one of you guys win them." And
it was you. That's
and it was
crazy,
me.
bro. That's mind blowing. That's full circle right there.
So it was just one funny moment, just having that happen.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's super dope. So how is you even performed at it and stuff, which not a lot of people get to do.
No, I never.
Oh, for reals?
I got invited.
Okay.
I got invited, and I let was like on real short slot. So I let all the homies rock. I wasn't too.
Okay.
I just had on baby, so I was like, I'm gonna stay with my baby.
Hey,
enjoy this
first. Yeah,
and I let the homies rock, and they killed it.
Hell yeah, that's dope. Well, congrats on the baby, bro.
Yeah.
She's how old now?
Right now, she's 4, and running around, keeping me busy.
Yes,
and that's why, like, I heard I'm the first daytime person.
Yeah, bro. That's how. Hey, we gotta get in there. The early bird gets the word.
Yeah, yes,
that's how. So she's in school. So now you got
she's staying preschool, and I'm here.
Hell yeah. How I know everybody always like waits for that moment where their kid goes to school so they get more free time. But I heard once they go to school, then it's like, oh damn, where's my baby at?
Yeah, it's like that a lot. Like especially in the beginning, but now I notice when my kid goes to school, they're learning so much more, and as much as I was missing them in the beginning, just seeing the progression made me accept them.
I see. Yeah. Nice. I love that. Being a dad too, I love that right there, bro. That's super dope. So I kind of got off in a tangent, but let's go back to like so that was the first time you hit the mic, but when were you starting to become Punahele as the artist?
Yeah, well, I was hanging around a lot of the workhouse homies.
Workhouse, definitely. That's dope.
Yeah. Before there was workhouse, we was all fan of like local hip hop at the time. Yeah. And then and Hawaiian hip hop. So we named the group the Night Marchers after the Southern Rush song. Oh. We started in March, and we made a collective of the Night Marchers, and at the end of it all, it was like I had something in me. I was I wanted to prove myself even more, so I was always entering battle raps.
Nice.
And I realized, like in the beginning, I was catching cracks. I was battling people who won tournaments in like Cincinnati, where like Scribble is. I was catching cracks so much, but I was like, nah, I can get better. I can get better. And I won like 10 battle rap tournaments. And this was at the end of 8 Miles, so everybody was hungry.
Everybody's like, I can do that shit.
And as much as I love music, I love providing for my family too.
100%.
So I was working at the shipyard, and I would start as a sandblaster painter, basically whatever, yeah. And I got promoted to inspector, and then all the homies was like, "Oh wait, why you not rapping? Why you not rapping no more?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to make 100 grand a year."
Yeah.
And so I gotta put that aside. Like, I get
This sort of money,
for
this
yeah.
sort of money.
And Big Moxon called me to his house one day. He said, "Bro, you gotta enter this tournament. They're flying people from around the world. It's called the Bacardi Iron MC." And I said, "I'm good. You guys have them. Let one. You guys rock them. You guys kill them. Let one of the homies." And there's like, "Nah, we like the younger generation do them."
Bro,
and
that's wild, because for those that watching, most of them will understand, but bro, the Angry Locals were like the battle rap crew here in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So for Big Mox to be like, "Bro, I need you on this," is like,
and I told
crazy.
him, "Nah, I'm straight.
Yeah.
And then he said, "I put in your name on the list anyway."
He's like, and, "I don't care.
If you show up, you show up." I went back to work at the shipyard. I had one fall from like 10 feet high out through some scaffolding.
Oh, no.
And I land right on my feet, and everybody was like, "Yeah, you land on your feet." And I was like, And I straight like shattered my ankle. Oh. And I was like, I get a couple of days off. So broken leg and all, crutches.
Bro, what? And it was the same time?
Yeah, I show up to Iron MC. Like, my leg was like 3 times the size, my ankle. And I was like, if I get you the first night, I'll be all right. And the reason Mox got me to do it, he's like, "Bro, nobody gonna rep the West Side.
Yeah.
Always get somebody repping the West Side, but no young cats right now." And I said, I'm gonna do it for my hometown. Yeah. Yes, you know, brothers over here, Hilo, get that Hilo pride.
Yep.
Same thing where I'm from. We love our culture, our community so much, and if it means stepping up and catching cracks for at least try to do something good for our hood, we'll do them. So I did.
Hell yeah, that's super dope. I fuck with that. Just because, like you said, Hilo got that pride too, and I have a homie that did the exact same thing where he did one of the battle raps here because he was like, I don't like had a lot of Wahoo boys. Nothing against that, but a lot of Wahoo boys are coming here and rapping, and they're like, "Where's the Big Island guys at?" You know what I mean? So my homie's like, "We gotta be the Big Island guys."
Yep.
So that's super dope.
So whether you from South Kona, Puna, wherever you from, Makaha, Kauai, always stand up for your community.
Hell yeah.
Represent, and I did, and I won. He broke his leg and all, I won. After a couple weeks.
And something else he just showed you is perseverance, because not only for the Nahokus, but even for this, you said you were catching cracks at first, but you keep jamming, keep going, and that's when you start flourishing.
Yeah.
To talk about that Iron MC, I saw your post, bro, and that like kind of hit. You're like talking about how you're literally on your last money. You just bought new tires for your truck and stuff and all that, and you're like, "Let's go do this."
Yeah. So,
was there like a cash prize for that stuff?
Yeah, I won $1,000.
What? Yeah, that's
I won.
Dope.
And I bought studio equipment and recorded my first album after that, and then I won the Hoku with that album.
Hell yeah, dope. Yeah. And what album was that one?
From Beneath Mount Ka'ala.
Okay, dope.
I name them that because where I'm from, we get to meet the best pro surfers, the best fighters, and shout out to Max. But growing up, had 100 more better than 100%. Max. Just like rappers to me, 100 more better rappers than me. But I feel like we never had platforms like this. Exactly. Nobody invite us on platforms like this. And I felt like the light never got shined on the West. I name them From Beneath Mount Ka'ala. Giving glory to the mountain that raised me, the Aina that made me strong, and gave me that perseverance.
I like that.
And all glory to my community, my hometown. Yeah.
Because that's what molds you. Like, even when I moved to Vegas, I didn't realize how much I was molded from the Aina. Like, to Big Island really did, like, put a whole lot of things into my personality and, like, all that. So I can see that, like, the West would raise you.
Yeah. Sure.
That's how. So that was the first album and you recorded that all off your own stuff?
So
who was helping you record that or anything?
Shout out to my brother Rucka the Magnificent.
The Hammer.
Yeah, the Hammer is Hammer. I'd show up to his house in Nanakuli. He'd be making beats, and half the time he's like, I don't really mess with this. I don't mess with that.
Yeah.
I told him just drag them on the desktop. Brother, go use bathroom. I had my flash drive. Stick them right in. Boom. Upload all his beats.
Yes,
I'm like, oh, in case he famous for deleting and hiding stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get him. Boom. I show up to record either with him or shout out to Sub-Zero, DJ Sub-Zero or of Prima Phonics. Him and Rucka is where I did most of the album.
Oh, hell yeah. Like you bringing that up, honestly, what is crazy is that Hawaii hip hop has such a strong culture, but for some reason, bro, nothing against anybody too, we like to delete shit. Like I've noticed that, like a lot of like, for instance, Pre and stuff. Pre was so huge. Everything had, bro. He's been on documentaries and stuff, but you can't find it because at one point we get into these little things and we're like, okay, I'm gonna take this off real quick.
Yeah. And shout out to Pre, bro. I know we never get to like link and be cool as much as we want to. Like I know I've been to your house, KPT, ate your grandma's chicken.
Yes,
we never collab on songs. And he got his name from his uncle in Parkside.
Okay.
Pre. You check out the green cheese video. They put everybody's name. He named himself after his uncle.
Okay.
And yeah, it's the doubt. You get self-doubt. And I could see it, but I realized I always used to argue with Mox and Chris Styles. Because I'm like, bro, I listen to all the stuff you guys play me that you guys not sharing. Put them out. You guys is the dopest in the world. You guys smoke everybody in the world. And boom, Chris Styles, look at me. Take your own advice, dog. Take your own advice. You so do all the stuff you telling me to do. I said, okay. And no matter what, whether I was off the doming songs or writing them down or even like my homies' beats, even like students, kids' beats, the students that I was working with, they tell me they don't like the beat. I tell them I like use them. No matter what, as long as it's from Hawaii, as long as it's from the soil, as long as it's from the Aina, I'm going to use them. And people give me flack because I'm not, importing beats or like, bro, go buy this from Johnny Giuliano back in the day. And
he was real popular.
I'm like, nah, I'll go check out Kyle Strings. Like, who cares? It's from the Aina. We got to support our own, believe in our own.
That's super dope, actually. I never knew, because at one point, like, Johnny Giuliano and stuff, like, everybody was just buying beats from the mainland and stuff, and that's one thing that we were missing for such a long time was producers from here. And it wasn't because we didn't have them, it was because they were hidden and it was hard to get them. So I'm glad that now we got a bunch of new ones like Kyle Strings and all them. Oahu, we got hella of them now. Like,
I get tons.
So that's super dope that we can actually keep it in the community of Hawaii and make it out that way. And so you basically, what I'm getting at is you kind of started off with what you call it, like Angry Loco is a big influence and stuff.
Yeah, of course. Southern Rush too.
Southern Rush.
Rest in peace to the Don Juan.
Yeah.
100%. Shout out to brother Shane. Those guys made me. I said, what is that? I shouted them out in a song called Hawaiian Music Saved My Life, and they kind of made me feel like Hawaiian was the thing for me. And I could be accepted as one Hawaiian inside of this black art farm. First and foremost, I give credit to the black folks on the East Coast and the Bronx, DJ Kool Herc, who came from Jamaica, for creating this art farm that we love. And, Southern Rush made it more accessible for us.
100%.
I always told them growing up that you guys went pave the road that I walk on. So
hell yeah, I love that. Yo, they definitely have, really. They set the stones for us to start off on and stuff. And I'm glad that they're still jamming and still in the community. Like Shane, honestly, I hit him up for advice all the time, and he's so I don't know what the word would be, but like accessible. Where he's, even though he's like the legend he is, and like been through, like he was on MTV stuff and all kind of stuff, he's still willing to talk stories with the brothers from Hawaii and actually help us move to the next step and stuff.
I'm thankful for Shane. Shane reached out to me for collab, and I'm just like, every time mind blown. I'm a musician who writes songs at the chicken fight. When broke old busted up Yoda, you can look outside, see my car, and it's just such an honor. And
that's dope. So it was for Shade and stuff. I know you guys did a lot of time on the mountain. Is that where you guys got close up there, or where is it before that?
No, like was on the Mauna 2019. Of course, we had little run-ins, little shake hands, how's it, brother, aloha, fast
Mhm.
kind. And then brother Shane had on PS4 on the Mauna. And
Yeah,
he
and
was on the
then
front line, cop shining light at my tent every night. You got, bruh, it had some fun times, but and stressful times, but
yeah,
everybody was playing UFC at Shane's tent with the
that's
Honda generator,
lit.
and brother Kyle was there, just writing songs on his beat, spitting them for Shane, and he was like, "Oh yeah, keep going, keep doing this, keep doing that." Always pushing the young brothers up there, and that's where we got close. Just always hanging at his tent,
Yeah,
and yeah, hanging with brother Kyle, and that made us,
that's lit. Yeah,
closer.
so on Kyle's podcast, he mentioned he's like that he was just making beats and stuff, and you're like, what? You make beats? And then started scooping some. Yeah,
Yeah,
started working. So that's super dope. That honestly, that whole chapter of Hawaii history is kind of crazy. Like to be here on the island and up there. I only went up there a few times. I wish
yeah,
I got to go there more. But every single time you could feel the mono from everybody. And I can only imagine making music up there must have been crazy. And you guys have like a bunch of music from up there, actually.
yeah. If you listen to my album From Beneath Mauna Kea, after Mount
Yeah,
Kala, I made him Mauna Kea,
though,
and my album The Menehune Giant, most like all of those was
up
written
there.
on the Mauna,
Okay, though.
and even the album after, like I'm dropping
Just
an album
jamming
called Don't
songs.
Glorify Snitching. Songs up there is recorded on the Mauna
Hell yeah.
in Kyle's Nissan Murano, the
Yes.
silver one. We was recording songs. The mic with latched onto the
Yep.
steering
No,
wheel.
I've had a few of those songs too. I
Yeah,
did a
yeah,
few in that car.
yeah. That's how it's. So
That screams. So what was the big? I know you live Big Island now, so like, what was the transition to come down here? Was it the Mauna, or what was the opportunity for you to transition down here?
well, so I was working shipyard, and before I was working shipyard, I was in college.
Mm-hmm.
But I was hanging with the workhouse homies. We was
So
rapping, we was ciphering, we was raging all night,
sick.
and I was going college. But I was going college so long, like from 18 to whatever 23, 24, that I was messing up. I was failing. But I look up one day and I realized, like, when I break my leg, I need 2 more classes for going to one bachelor's degree.
Okay.
So I took the 2 classes during summer, and I got my bachelor's, and I
Congrats!
realized,
Hell yeah,
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
big monumental thing right
yeah, yeah. After failing, English 100, look at me, I'm a poet. I love writing. I failed English 100.
there. Bro, that's crazy
Yeah,
because
yeah,
in school that's what I failed to was
yeah,
English.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, I ended up just um dragging my wahine all around,
Hmm.
and then she got one job she wanted, and I said, I put you through a bunch of stuff with my shipyard and my music career.
Yeah.
I go follow you once, and
Okay,
she
though.
got
So
a
she
job
got
over
one job
here,
down here.
and Hilo was so hard for finding a place for rent that and all the places I wanted to rent was just hard. Never
Yeah.
like rain in the house like that.
No, yeah, 100%. It's hard
So
out here, honestly.
yeah. So I bought one piece of land in the bushes and whatever.
Yes,
I weed whack them and build what I build. My family helped me build on house
that's
and
nuts.
did
Yeah,
all of
that's
that.
honestly, I know so much people that did that because it's hard to get into these houses. Like, they're
Yeah.
not the best houses and they're kind of expensive, and like the jobs here isn't as great. I don't know if that's the most appropriate thing to
Yeah.
say,
No.
but
Hard.
sometimes you gotta kind of just grab on land. Now you get land at least. That's
Yep.
one key thing, and then you got to build from the bottom up and guaranteed a spot now. From how long ago have you been living here?
Like 2, 3 years.
In 3 years,
So
that place probably changed crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's hard because a lot of people, like, during the day the taxes is due, property taxes is due, you go to the office, you can see like choke Howley people, choke foreign people, and they get like 6, 7 properties they paying the
Frills,
taxes for, and
damn.
a lot of it is for their family outside the state, not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
care about the property. So it's like property values is going up, and
Hmm.
that's why it's hard out here.
Yep.
So we gotta find a way. That's what we're doing.
Exactly.
We're
No, yeah,
finding a
that's
way.
how, bro. That's super dope. At least you got got a piece of it already. So that's the main thing. Because I feel like that's one of the things I've been from a young age. I've always talked to my friends and stuff like that. Is getting land is so crucial because we like to complain about this and that, but until we actually take the step to actually acquire some land here and actually put roots into it, the big island or anything like that, it's gonna just disappear. Like slowly but surely, people are gonna, like you said, all the Holly's gonna be buying and buying, and they get the money to do it. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
that's key right there is buying land and getting your roots in. So what part of Big Island? Let me check this real fast.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Cool. My bad.
No, no, go
But
ahead.
so Puna side you stay?
Yeah, Puna side, yeah, and yeah, all my Hawaiians go buy you in place somewhere.
Yeah.
You DM me, I'll tell you where for go buy
100%. And
some
people
decent
don't
land.
realize how not easy it is, but how people can do it,
Yeah,
honestly.
yep.
Growing up it was such a crazy task for like, oh, what? I'm not going to ever own land here. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like I came from the bottom too, and it's like to put your mind around like I'm gonna buy this land is kind of crazy.
No, me and you, your mutual friends that live in Hilo Town,
Yeah,
and I tell them go buy land out there. They make more than me. Yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah,
They make some enough money, and they tell me, I like the convenience. I like stay Hilo Town,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
like, bro, it's either rent or you can own one
On
fat property.
spot, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. And
So
right now there's huge properties, so that's this
yeah,
is the time to buy before I get too crazy.
yeah,
So, do you go to Oahu a lot or
yeah. Planning work stuff, gig stuff.
work stuff?
I
Okay.
always go Oahu, but yeah, a lot of the homies, like brothers from up here, they go, "Oh, bro, you never come to town." And I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
I'm in the bushes, and
No, yeah, I feel you. I live in
I'm
Volcano,
happy."
so
Yeah,
it's a mission to come to
yeah.
town sometimes. And
Like,
when I come in, I come for shopping and stuff, and not really cruising. I
yeah,
grab all my stuff, and then I get all my not like my groceries and stuff.
yeah,
I gotta get that home already.
yeah. Me, once I get groceries, I'm gone. I'm back. I'm
Yep,
back in there. Yeah,
yep. The mine, I have like a 45-minute drive, so you gotta be fast because if
yeah.
not, it's
You
going to be
guys,
bad by the time we get home.
yeah, yeah. You guys get
That's
them.
how, bro. So we talked about 3 albums so far, yeah.
Yeah,
But honestly, bro, so you have super meaningful songs, and I really love that you have a good message inside of your songs and actually teaches people throughout your songs. But I honestly really like when you mess around with it because you can feel the message as well, but also the fun inside of making the song. Like one of my favorites is "Bombay You Learn."
nobody
Like
learn.
that's
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
my. I love that song. I've saw you perform a bunch of time. Like Celebration,
yeah, yeah,
bro. When you perform down, it gets the whole. This guy did. So a lot of people like to talk about, oh, I perform in front of thousands or I perform in front of five and I give the same energy, but you truly do give that same energy. Because we had Amigos where we had like what 20 people in that bitch,
yeah, yeah.
every single person chanting with this guy the song, and that's super dope. And that's why I always resonated with your music and stuff is because you do it, bro.
Yeah. Jim Jim Hurdle once told me, if you're not sweating, you're not performing right.
Hell yeah.
And I don't care. You could be an empty bar, could be on stadium. I'm gonna give all I can, just cause when I think of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, they always wanted to play every game, just in case one fan like came and saved money for see them how they came when they was kids to watch their favorite
Oh
players.
yeah, and that really like is meaningful, and
Yeah,
when you're there listening to you, bro, it you can feel that. You can feel that you're there trying to push out your message, and a lot of people don't notice that when you're on stage, they feel that vibe of like when you're kind of shy and stuff, you kind of like you catch that vibe and you're like, okay, it's dope, but he's not fully on it. But when you're on there, you mean what you say, and you actually rock with your songs, and I really love
yeah,
that, bro.
yeah. And I watched Dragon Ball Z as a kid. Vegeta said a Saiyan's pride will make him push himself to the limit, and I always wanted to push myself. And I grew up fighting chickens and seeing on Bloodline that your family and raised couple years, and they return the bite, even though they're full of holes, they're dying. Yeah. And the only way we can win is because they all bust up wings. You gotta return the bite. So that's some saying we get in Makaha. Return the bite no matter what.
Yeah, I love that. Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah. That's super dope. So, talking about performance and stuff, we like to ask, what is the biggest? It doesn't have to be like big show, but most meaningful show that you've got to do. Like that one that you're like top show that I've performed at. What is that one?
So, I got to perform in front of Ray Sremmerd. Look them up. I ain't got no type.
That's crazy.
Packed at Pipeline. That's not my favorite show.
Yes, sir.
My favorite show was when Bebe Luau in Makaha, on the corner of Jade Street and Kaulawaha. And yeah, it was a grad party, just full of plenty, tutu, kupuna from my community. And a lot of my songs is about my community. So when people heard those songs, people associate hip hop with a lot of negative stuff.
Yes.
But all the songs that I did that night was about love for my community, love for the people that was in the crowd. People like Rusty Carolina, 3-time surf champ, Hop Tong Smith. My grandma, my mom, my brothers. They knew that everything I was saying wasn't one lie. Was like 1,000% true, and was about them and that place, and just that kind of when resonate and when like stick super hard was like. So yeah, but since that day, people treat me different. They know that everything I put in these songs, the way I perform them, I down for die and bleed for my culture, my community.
I love that.
Everybody look at me different. I was the hardhead punk kid with the crazy family. But when they saw like how much care that I had for my community, everybody treat me different now.
Nice. I love that. And that kind of ties back into the whole Tupac stuff where like at first they see it as like, oh, rap is kind of, because for instance, my other half, her grandma, she's open to a lot of music, but when she hears the rap come on, she's almost like, ooh, what? And then she started actually listening, deep diving into it. And she's like, damn, this is like dope. And for your community, they guarantee we're like, oh, okay, and he's rapping and stuff. And then they're probably like cruising at the party, drinking or talking stories. And it's like, oh, you talk about here. Yes, that's super dope. So that's super sick that you got to have that moment with your community and stuff. You said it was a graduation. Yeah. So that's super dope. You have a lot of features, bro. I know you got a lot with Punahele Prince and all kind of stuff. There was one girl that you had a song with that I really liked. I can't think of the name.
Fire Empress Stone.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I think it was something else.
Not a girl.
It was like, I don't know why I want to say Sunny or something like that.
Sunny Shine. Yeah.
Bro. So that was a
shout out to Sunny Shine. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one, bro. So I like that you don't put yourself into a box for the type of beats, like you said. You kind of jump on all kind of different beats.
Yeah. Me, I know that. I'm gonna be real. I grew up listening to Bob Marley. I love slow stuff.
Yep.
Then boom, that slow stuff filtered to Gucci Mane and the trap. I love old school Gucci Mane, 2006 Gucci Mane. So I get comfortable around that. But I heard Mac Dre.
Okay.
He always talks about like changing himself. Like his albums was get the super gangster, and he get like Genie of the Lamp. Yep. And, all his crazy concept
with it and
so stuff. It's like the last album I did was with a brother who does blues guitar.
Oh, sick.
I just figured, I might as well just try them. And like I said, I grew up rapping on Xbox microphones and PlayStation beats, and I figured, I can do that. I can do it all. And
hell yeah.
I did them. And
you did, bro. You did. Really, you truly did. Yeah, bro. That's super dope. So, my bad. Usually I have a list of stuff, but that list would be so big for you that I would have to bring up. But one thing I did want to bring up that you already did was about your students, because you guys were like actually doing classes for hip hop, rap, and like teaching kids about making beats and stuff like that too. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So how was that? How'd that come apart and stuff?
So me, I was in country Moquan from Makaha, far away from town. And like I said, I was Kolohe, so I was cutting school. And I noticed that all my cousins is from Kalihi, my mom's family from Kalihi too. And there was always poetry workshops.
Mhm.
And in those days, like, 2009 and on, around that era, Hawaii was the 2-time national champs
Oh,
of
nuts! I
slam
didn't know that.
poetry. So us like me and the homies, like MC Feast, who's out in Vegas now, used to hit up all these poetry workshops. And that was where all the pretty girls was. You know what I mean? We country Moquans, like all these, diverse, people. And we got to broaden our horizons. And yeah, that's how kind of
The poetry classes
yeah
and stuff
the
like
poetry.
that.
Oh yeah, and then one day, I was sitting there getting ready to take this poetry class, and they was like, the teacher not gonna show up.
Oh, what?
And I was like, oh, whatever. I just chillax. And they was like, no, we like you teach him. You took like 7
That's
of these.
nuts.
So I was like, whatever. I just taught the most basic workshop that I learned, and then I got invited to teach at my high school.
That's crazy.
And then from my high school to Hale Ho'omalu Juvenile Detention Center, teaching incarcerated youth. Then and Sound Shop, which teaches a lot of like at-risk schools.
Yeah.
And then I got to teach at Kamehameha in Killa.
Bro, that's wild. That's crazy. So, bro, yeah, that was crazy. You just showed like transition from your own high school. How was that one going? Like you got, or this is a better question. Out of all the places that you did, have you seen any of those kids utilizing and still making music or jamming poetry?
Yeah. I believe Juice was
Juice?
JUWS.
Yeah.
Was one of the kids kind of around my students and all that. And people always talk about good students. I get plenty good students that did all kind of poetry stuff. But I think of a lot of the kids that we taught around Juice. And kids like Starsky, I remember SciCap. Dealing with those kids meant more because they're not here.
I see.
And you look at how their life got ended.
Mm-hmm.
And like those stick with you more and drive 100%. As much as I think of my successful students. It's like this one little inch more could have changed one of those kids' lives. So that kind of made me care about students differently, approach them as individuals, not just like one systemic thing where we can teach the same curriculum. Mm-hmm. Got to reach out to them as individuals, meet them where they're at, and just help them go where they want to go or find another outlet and path to do.
That's super dope. So my teacher, he had the same thing. So he would talk about how that he was like my best teacher. He's the one that did videography, business, and all that. But he would talk about how the school system is set up to teach all these kids when each of them learn completely different. And sometimes I feel like he would take me on the side and teach me completely different than the rest because I was like a local boy. I couldn't do book work. You give me a textbook, bro, I get lost. I can't. But you sit down and like go through it with me, I got you, bro. So I do love that saying because sometimes you gotta. It's like you said, they're all individuals and they learn at their own space. And sorry for your loss, bro.
No.
I'm super glad that you got to touch their lives and everything like that too. But yeah, that's crazy. But who else were you doing that with? I know Rucka was part of it for a little bit too. Yeah,
my brother Rucka,
Ilnomatic though, that's super sick. I noticed him when he got into Nahoku's too.
Yeah,
but I deep dived into his music and he's super dope,
super lyrical. Yeah. The brother Martin, Drift on Limerick, he used to go by Illicit, Otoro Beats, and then people like Fire Empress Stone. And Joe Sparrow is he's here now, but he invited me to teach all the incarcerated youth and people like Kim Corbin. Um, yeah, just always got opportunities for teach kids, and sometimes it was like somebody using the teaching of these kids to benefit their career, and they just toss them aside.
Hmm.
And us people from the gutter who's meant to be nothing, who no more nothing for lose, stick around and stay with the
I
kids.
love that.
And yeah, it just the I not like a lot of the students I teach is way better than me musically, lyrically, beat production wise. I teach a kid from Waianae who play in the church as an organ player.
And they
Boom.
jam.
And they like master musicians. And yeah, over here, oh yeah, just splicing loops and all that.
Yeah.
So just watching them grow inspires me. It keeps my fire
Yeah.
lit.
I love that. So we also like to ask for tips and stuff like that you could give. And since we're on that topic, for let's say a young person that's watching right now, what is the 5 things that you would tell them to do to start off their career if they wanted to pursue music?
Put stuff out. No, be
Yep.
scared. But before you do that, a lot of musicians in Hawaii, I feel like they don't workshop.
Hmm.
They don't edit their music. I used to be like this: write the rap down, spit them, drop them.
Yep.
Now I kind of filter them through 3 lenses. I reach out to, like my homie's grandma, so I know the tutu's voice.
Hmm.
I think of the kids that I teach when I create the song, and you be picky about your lines, be extra picky, and even though you start something, no mean going to always be perfect.
Hmm.
Workshop them, push
No,
it,
yeah,
man.
that's a thing
feedback.
I needed to learn because a lot of times I would make a song and I didn't want to touch it because it was like that's the perfect song already, like that was that moment and stuff. But just little critiques to it will make it so much more receptive from the listeners and stuff like that.
Yep, that's 2. Number 3, no need swear.
You
think
don't. It's
you
a
no need
filler.
swear. You think you're gonna get points from your attitude, da 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 da. You can get more respect by not swearing and pushing your pen to think of another way for
Yep.
sound. And you're gonna earn more money. One radio station on Kauai wanted to use a couple of my songs that was gonna pay me. That got canceled because I had swearing that album from Bini Maukala. And ever since that day, stop swearing. That's 3.
That's a key because honestly, it's a filler, and like you said, just pushing your pen a little bit more will not only improve your skill in writing, but also take away any like when somebody swears, it just turns off somebody's ear real quick.
Yep. Number 4, the cipher is a sacred space. So, not just bring your camera for your footage for clout. You got to respect everybody's effort. It's a place of personal development.
Mhm.
When I feed off of Brada and what he's saying and off of the environment, and we're all sharpening each other's skills, that's not one place for only clout. That's a place to develop your craft. So treat it as such. Be respectful, have cipher etiquette. Learn how to step up, step back. When you're not doing enough, step up. When you're doing too much, step back. No need to step on nobody's toes.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
And me, I care because this is my life. You know what I mean? Besides my family, this is my life. That's 4. And what is the one other one?
Bro, even that 4 is such a good ones because like that last one, I had to learn it too because sometimes you get into that vibe of just like busting it and you kind of take over the stage and rather than passing it off and stuff, but sometimes you gotta, like you said, step back and just pass it off a little bit. And I feel like when I'm in ciphers, I don't even freestyle and do ciphers as much as I'd like to now. But you learn so much of each other and you learn about yourself a lot too while you're listening to what people got to say. And when there's no cameras on and stuff, that's when the gold comes out.
Yeah. And really the last one, the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Oh.
Push yourself. If you're going to write, memorize your lyrics. And that's even for studio. I can book 1 hour with Brother Them, $25. I can bang 5 songs out. because I memorize them,
Ready.
and you're gonna get your money's worth. So, and you guys should be paying us for this, but free game, and we love you guys.
Hell yeah, I love that, bro. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. Like, it's kind of on you. Sometimes I tell them like hourly rate, and they're like, "Oh, in an hour and stuff." But if you come in ready, like prepared and on it, you can do a lot with an hour, honestly.
Guarantee.
And growing up, I didn't have a lot of cash and stuff, so I would have to like get 1 2 hour sessions and try to make 8 songs and like. So that's a super dope one. I really like that one because being prepared for everything will make you such a much better artist. Just being prepared, even as a person.
Yeah.
So that's a super dope one. Um, Different ones too. We try to get off the topic of music and kind of like just feel a vibe of you.
Yes,
But I don't know if you're a munchy kind of guy, but what kind of snacks or what you like?
Oh, you'd be surprised. One thing that I am.
Actually, I heard a bar from one of the songs, and it says that you like you like candy or something like that. Yeah.
I like candy. I put people into categories. There's the gummies, the gummy bear category, or the chocolate category. Yep. Wait, what is you on that one?
Honestly, I'm a gummy guy.
I'm a gummy guy too.
I'm a gummy guy, bro.
Gummies. Yeah, continue on that. I'm a food man. I like hybrids like Punahele lumpia.
Bro,
I'm Puerto Rican, Filipino, Hawaiian.
We gotta pause on that. Punahele lumpia. Bro, that's fucking wild to me. That sounds like my two favorite foods put together right there. I gotta try it out.
Yeah. Punahele lumpia, the culinary class at Leeward Community College taught students how to do that. One of my homies was considered a failure at life. A loser, you can be nothing.
Yeah.
Took that cooking class, learned Punahele lumpia, and pays all his bills off of
Bro, that's fucking crazy.
But I'm a beef stew connoisseur.
Beef stew, okay.
You like
to the spots, then check them out.
I check everybody's beef stew. I don't care. Public school cafeteria's beef stew. If I know somebody, I'm going to get the beef stew, and I've done it. I ate public school beef stew recently. Yeah. I know who makes the best beef stew, and I study into all the secret ingredients.
So then you got to tell us on Big Island and Oahu where to get the beef stew at.
But I'm not gonna tell you guys.
This guy.
I'm not gonna tell you where to get the beef stew. But that you guys gotta dig into your own.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll give you one because Big Island is hard. You gotta go to somebody's tutu's house.
That's really where the best one is.
Yeah, that's where you gonna find. But on Oahu, the best beef stew is at Highway Inn. But depends on who cooking them. If the old uncle cooking them, gonna be fire. Yeah. If somebody else, Kaleo coming in or whatever, Punahele coming in for cook them. Good luck, but yeah.
Yeah, that's screaming. My chick, she always brings it up that I always get local moncos everywhere, and that's such an easy thing to do. Yeah. But I judge so big off of it because it is an easy thing to do, and if you mess up on local monco, I don't come back to your spot because you messed up the local moco.
Yeah.
So I feel you on that. Just being that beef stew, I'm trying it whenever it's on the menu. I'm trying it.
No, and me too. It's like Highway Inn been doing them 70 years.
Oh, for real?
So like,
I gotta try it. Honestly, I've heard a few times somebody brought up Highway Inn, so I gotta try that when I'm up there.
And no disrespect to the Kakako one, you guys not the original. Gotta go Waipahu. Waipahu Highway Inn.
Waipahu has a lot of good food actually.
Yep. Elena's Filipino food. If you like Filipino,
I've tried there actually. Yep.
Yeah. Where you like grind over here?
Over here, bro. I am the worst, bro, because I like to go to the same places.
I'm the same, bro.
Yeah, I'm like once I find that good food, I go. But right down the road, you ever try poke to your taste?
Never did,
bro. You gotta try it. So it's like literally the street over from the studio.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
And it's they got deals too, and like I don't want to put them on the spot, but they take that little card, the Kakua card.
Good.
So
good.
they're jammed. And it's real reasonable prices. Like their local moco is I think $7.50 or $9, and they give you a huge portion. Their Kahlua pig, Kahlua nachos are like I think 950 and a huge plate. So
I go in there right after,
bro,
guaranteed.
got to,
Yep,
bro.
I'm
You gotta
going.
check them out. Even their crispy pork fire,
Yep.
like so, it's super dope. And it's on family owned stuff that they've been there forever. Like the uncle's still cooking. I just saw him there yesterday, and like so that's I love those ones that been doing it for so long that they
Yep.
to fine tuned it.
They
Yeah,
got it. Yep.
yeah. So where was the spot that you eat down here?
Oh, bruh.
What is that spot? Like if somebody from Oahu came and was like, bro, I need one place to eat, where you would tell them?
Nah, it's the fancy ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Hilo Bay Cafe or Cafe Pesto. What is that? I get Moon and Turtle. Gotta be,
Bro, low key, Moon and Turtle
Yeah.
is like out of its league, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when you first pull up to the spot and you look at it, it's kind of like, oh, okay, let me try this spot. But the
Yeah.
food is like, whoa, what the hell? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fine dining as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's a super sick one. I like to gravitate to those two whenever people come down and
Yeah.
stuff. Honestly, like I don't tell them poke it to your taste, which is kind of bad on my part, but I always be like Kilo Big Cafe because it's that fancy local food kind of thing.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's cherry. So
Pawns. I like Pawns.
Pawns, yeah, Pawns is
See,
fire.
that's
yeah.
all I know is all the fancy smacks.
Yeah, no, yeah,
but
Pawns is fire, bro. Have you
Yeah.
tried the other one? I can't think of the name right now. I was trying to think of it
the
earlier.
WSW Steakhouse.
I haven't tried that one yet, but I haven't heard the best reviews on it.
Bruh, I went in there. I was with my boss who's balling. I'm not gonna tell you, we're not gonna give out his financial,
yeah.
but he was balling. And we came from the beach. We all had surf shorts, and they told us, "Ah, you guys gotta leave." And we looked, had some tourists in there, and looking like us. But
Yeah.
they told us leave.
That's wild.
But me, I stubborn. I'm gonna try you anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I came back a little shirt. My boss said, "Screw you guys forever."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, he would have tipped you guys so good."
Yeah.
I came in dressed like this.
That's
sat
wild.
down, and he was like, "Damn."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
That's a L already for me.
Yeah.
But there's that it's like deeper into Kilka. It's on the right side. They do like so they're like I'm pretty sure they've been there for like 100 years too. But they raise their fish and stuff like
right
that.
there. Yeah. I see them. I never go. I swim over there.
Yeah, you gotta try that one,
Yeah,
bro.
try 'em.
It's super fire. What else? So we already did the tips of becoming an artist and stuff like that. For someone that I guess doesn't have access to a studio and wants to set up their own, like you said, you did an Xbox mics and all that kind of stuff.
Xbox mics, yeah.
So what would you tell them? Basically, like you said, just to do it, yeah.
Just do it. You look at my iPhone all cracked up. Whatever. I just gotta change the glass. But even if you're just shooting a video on a phone,
Yep.
I use GarageBand. I won award-winning albums off of GarageBand. No experience mixing. Tweak the little reverb.
Yeah.
Do them. Put them out.
That's how you got to do it because
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes the people wait for the perfect moment and there's never that perfect moment ever come up and you just got to jam them.
Yeah, and like I watch Dave Blunt. You ever heard of him? New brother.
No, I don't think so.
He does like the singing, like like Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
He said straight like on Facebook. He was just rapping
recorded
songs,
on Facebook.
and
that's lit.
He got famous in Mexico.
True.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's super sick. Yeah, see, that's a prime example is that you just gotta do it. Cause like for mine one, when we're doing the FTH, like we're really trying to get on the radio and stuff.
Yeah.
And the local radio stations weren't picking it up, and then we just sent it out. And honestly, Spain is the one that's like promote like every single day they play our music like crazy. And to think like if I didn't just send it out to those people, they would never take off. And waiting for that perfect moment can kind of kill the dream, really.
See, you gotta pay attention to this guy. That's the hustler mentality. Me, it's like I was always like thinking of immediate family, homies kind. But I came from the old school. I was always selling CDs.
Bro, that is a craft that I feel like should come back though.
The profit margin on CDs is good.
Yeah, 100%. And even just having something tangible for people to have, and like I have CDs from back in the day that I forget, and then when I see it, I'm like, all the memories come flying back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta play this right now because like my first CD was it was kind of weird, but I got a John Cena CD.
Dope.
Yeah,
That's
so
dope.
that was one of my first, and whenever I see it, I'm like, I gotta play this shit. So, what was your first CD that you got?
My first CD was
That Tupac one from
that was my god. The first CD I ever purchased was Aquemini by Outkast.
Bro, Outkast is a dope
yeah.
one, bro. They're monumental inside the hip hop industry. Period.
That was my favorite album for a long time. Now it's just like I'm searching for something else for catch up to them.
Yeah.
And
still jamming them.
Still jamming them.
Yes, bro. So nothing like the oldies sometimes. That's
yeah.
So what else? Let me think. My bad, bro.
No, good.
What was the, let's say, who is the dopest person you could say that you got to work with, like collaborative wise?
Oh man, it's always gonna be like Rucka, bro.
Rucka? Yeah,
like,
dope.
Anybody that's the easiest guy for work with, like all of the beats that he made in Anakuli kind of put me where I am was this just one brother. And I love you, my dog. I love you forever. And yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, no, he's super talented. Honestly, we're pretty much like mutual friends. Like I've shook his hand a bunch of times and like talked stories with him once or a few. But like Chris, we lived in Vegas together. If I'm being honest, like I said, I used to be a super fat hip hop head, and down Big Island we didn't have much of it, so I'd always watch all the Wahoo Boys and stuff. And it's probably the most funniest one, and I guarantee he'd laugh when he watches this. But I used to watch him versus Joss Son. And his vibe on that wasn't even the craziest bars, but how much fun he was having on that show showed me like it doesn't always have to be so serious.
Yeah, that's Rucka. And don't get it twisted. He was freestyling. He was having fun. He was off the doming. I seen Rucka beat one world-class rapper in 7 to Smoke. If you guys know what 7 to Smoke is, you got to beat 7 people in a row. I was at 6. And I could say this rapper's name. Came through. Kicked my butt. I had one more win. He was waiting. He was letting me get tired. Boom. He was at 6. Rucka came. Smoked his boots.
Damn.
And yeah. Whether or not me and Rucka always battle each other. That night, nobody
he killed it. So
yeah. He takes it easy. He doesn't want to. He don't care too much for the glory.
Yeah.
That's why he always gave me his beats, because he was like, I'm just cooling. If he wanted to, watch out. My boy.
Bro. For sure. He has bars, bro. You can tell, like, I can't think of the project that I first listened to him on, but he has that nonchalant, like, I got bars, but I'm a just chill kind of thing. And so I mess with that. And I'm super glad that I got to, honestly, I'm super glad that we got to be homies and we got to perform at the same shows, and I listened to a lot of your music and stuff. But what would you say is your favorite song that, if you had to choose one song out of your catalog, what is something that you think everybody should listen to?
Oh, I watched I Swear Vezo. He said, all my songs. Song. And of course, there's I wrote one song called Oli. And I don't know in the moment title now, but that's what I thought when I was writing them. I go into the studio with my boy Diabolic from Macaw, when Surfer, who produced. He was like one of the first people I was working with. I get in there, put the headphones on, rap the song, one take. It was the first song I ever wrote, was all off the dome before. I memorized them 6 months. Took me a long time to write these 3 verses and the hook. Record them, one take, pour my heart out, crying. I was like, I did them.
That's nuts.
I thought I was going to jail. All my homies was going to jail. Me and Rucka was the only ones. My homie, went to jail. The other homie got, car accident. I was like, I'm next. I got to lock in. I got to leave something for Macaw behind. Record the song. Boom. My homie hit export. The freaking Wheel of Death.
Damn.
Computer crash. Lost the song. Never came out.
That's wild.
I've been chasing that ever since. But every song is my baby.
Yeah.
Some of the songs is like I get 64-bar verses. I might not have liked writing them,
Mm-hmm.
or like songs with vamps that I had to rap over and not rhyme the words was irritating, challenging. So every song is a baby. It's up to you to find whatever song, be it my song, his
Resonates with
song,
him.
anybody's song. Every song is a baby. Some songs I could. One night I don't drink now, but
Yeah,
I was pounding Remy and black out and bang one song out in one take was fire. Other songs, like I said, kick my butt. It's all on you.
Yep.
You know, can
Oh,
be
yeah.
fast, can be slow.
Oh
However we
yeah,
create them.
I love that.
Yeah.
But what if you had to play, like, whenever the homies is around and you're like, "Okay, I gotta play some music of mine." What is the first song you usually throw on?
Me, I'm a live guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spit them for you.
Oh, I
I'm gonna
love that.
spit 'em.
That's fucking lit, bro.
I'm gonna spit them for you, and depends on the vibe.
Yeah?
However I feel, I'd spit them.
Okay, fuck yeah, I love that. So on Kyle's one, we actually had him do a song. Would you be down to do like a quick like 8 bar or something from your one of your songs?
Wait, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, if you're down, bro. Yeah. So you guys want to get some bars too?
Yeah, can.
Yeah. Shoot. You want to tell them like what song it is and stuff like that?
Let me look. It's one new one, guaranteed.
Yeah. Okay.
I gotta
Dope.
look at
Hell
the title.
yeah.
That's how you know it's crazy. I know that I gotta look at the title.
Yeah, yeah. I know the bars of it, but
Yeah.
I don't know what I called it yet.
Yeah, that's how it is.
No, same. Sometimes I make full songs and then I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna call this, and I just put some random stuff so that I know and it doesn't get lost inside of my stuff.
Yeah,
Bro, that's so lit. What else? You were doing that challenge for a while too, where you were like busting bars on top, like Instagram and stuff, like consistently. I think it was like every week or something like that. Yeah?
I had one point where I was doing every
Every day? That's
and
crazy.
I would have like random haters pop up like, "Oh, you do like whatever," and I was like, "Oh, bro, I got like 200,000 views."
Yeah,
like,
yeah, straight up. That's wild.
Yes,
yes, sir. No worries.
And what the song? What is the song? Naupaka is called. I'm gonna spit them. Yeah, we'll spit them whenever. Yeah.
Okay, shoot. Yeah, guarantee. What else? So, is there if let me think. My bad, bro.
No.
Let's see. So, out of teaching and all that, what is the memory of hip hop that you? If there was like one moment that you would have to put inside of your movie, what is one moment that you cannot not be in the movie? Like that monumental moment.
Well, for teaching or music?
I guess music in general.
When I won Iron MC.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys background. You know, we dig deep. We dig deep in this one. So I broke my leg. My mom was in the ICU.
Okay.
And she was going like hospice. She was about to holla, go on to the next life.
Because you said she had you at a
she had my mom was an older wahine, okay? And so Iron MC, like she's hooked onto machines. I glad my family is there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was working shipyard, but I was doing this stuff too. And she was watching. My brother would show her. My brother, my niece, or whoever was with my mom would show her that the nights I was winning every night. Like the first night it was like by the skin. The next like 4, 5, 6 nights I was smoking everybody.
Yeah.
And I never feel like I was gonna win. And they told me all about it. They're like people was telling me like, oh, they like rob you, dog. Like,
yeah.
This final one, they're gonna rob you, guarantee. Yeah. And I was like, oh. I went extra hard, and when I won, my mom was watching like the live.
That's wild.
And she was like, "Boom!" I came home, still shattered ankle. My mom passed, like going down. She told me, "I knew you was going to win." And this was before the hookah. After that, I won the money, bought equipment, recorded the album. She told me, "Oh, you'd win the hookah." Like she knew I would win that, and then you know what I mean. Had one day, I wake up, I work shipyard, I get up 2, 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I go see my mom. I tell her, "Oh, mom, I come back. I can go work. I see you after work. I love you." And she told me, "Oh yeah, I love you." And I go, and me, I nuts. I tell my mom, "Sorry that I was hard head. I was colo head. I stressed you out." She go, whatever. I reached 12 out of kids, 11 out of kids.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys stressed me out, but you was good. And I told her I loved her, and just boom, I went home. My family is there. My mom had passed away, and just her knowing that that I was that she had faith that I was gonna win, even though I never thought I was gonna win. My leg was shattered.
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing that my mom like felt a way about the music, the thing that I was getting to, and later on that year I won a Hoku, and yeah. I don't know if I answer your question, but that's what happened.
100%.
Yeah,
That's a deep moment because that's sorry for your loss too, bro.
All good,
but that's crazy that you got to experience that with her, and she got to actually see you pursue something that you love to do, and excel in it and actually succeed, and for you to go and talk stories with her and be like, "Oh, sorry, I was Kalohe," and all that. That's super, super cool, honestly, and I'm super glad you got to have that moment with her.
Yeah, and I never know what's gonna be like my dad's day seeing my mom.
Yeah,
but I just was just talking, having a vibe. I knew I had to go work. I just said what I was feeling, and besides the the dark, the makes the light shine brighter, makes 100%. You appreciate it more. Yep. And my mom was the one who got me into music. Like I said, she was always playing records and just having that moment, full circle, joking about the Hokus.
Yep. And then winning
them after.
Bro, that's crazy. That's full circle moments, and that's crazy as hell, honestly. And that's guaranteed gonna touch a lot of these guys too, because my reasoning for music, at first I just liked making music, but it became a thing of, I don't have land, I don't have all these things, but what can I leave whenever I pass? And that's what I believe my music is that that's what I can leave. And you actually brought that up before too, like you wanted to drop music for Makaha for when you go, and I'm super glad we got to have that talk about it and get deep, because not a lot of guys are willing to get deep, and I'm super stoked that you're willing to share that with us. But mahalo, bro. And then for like learning Olelo and stuff, was that like from a young age, or did you start learning it bits and pieces throughout your life?
Yeah, bro. So Hilo is like the Olelo Hawaii Mecca.
Yeah.
And people look at me like most days I be surf shorts, whatever, Nike socks at the chicken fight. Sometimes for work I gotta dress lettuce, and they treat me like I'm a fancy schmancy person.
Yeah.
But I never grew up in the culture. I grew up in the streets. I was when slummed out Hawaiian, we had nothing. And from taking anger management with all the kupuna, they taught me my culture, like I say, I go spit one verse.
Shoot. Yeah.
And I was inspired by what the kupuna was teaching me, all the mo'olelos. And I learned my culture way later. And this is the first verse of the song Oli. And it goes, I keep my hands in the soil when the sun to my back, like Kamehameha working hard in the kalo patch. Sometimes it feels like we was meant to die, but we're still here. My people survived genocide. And yeah, Hawaiians rap, we got the dopest spit. We kind of Kapila to escape the atrociousness. Hide the breath of life, let us soak in it. Cause I'm getting tired of Kanakas forgetting what aloha is. And settling for mediocrity equals ignorance, especially when Hawaiians was once the most literate. We have to keep things pono for our children, because our keikis could grow up to only become inconsiderate. So I say work hard till you get it right, but all the youths be getting wrong because their parents getting high. So when's the time for change? I say right now. Lift the keikis up and put the batu pipes down.
I love that. I really like that, because I feel that's the reason why a lot of us didn't. Of course, they banned it from us, but when me growing up, a lot of my parents and stuff, nothing against them, but they were like cruising and like enjoying life, and they weren't teaching us Olelo and like the culture kind of things. I'm not sure if yours was different, but my family taught me more just like you got to go work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I see that this is like the turning point of where we're starting to teach and really appreciate the culture. So I really love that verse, bro. And did you ever get to lay it back down, or
I never lay them. That's how you can
that
hear
one
them
just
now.
got disappeared? And
Yeah. So you can hear them if I spit them for you live until I find a way to record them or get summon up the amount of foot, which couldn't happen.
Yeah.
But
hopefully we can get it done in the studio.
We might get them done in the studio. Yeah, you can hear them live. Don't make no mistake. Me not knowing my culture was systemically orchestrated. Wasn't by fault or chance. Drugs filling up Hawaiian communities was orchestrated. The reason my siblings, my father, the uncles that raised me, the aunties that raised me was addicted was orchestrated. Taking away our language was orchestrated. The plan for patriotic exercises was orchestrated. It's genocide. It was meant to kill us off. Blood quantum is orchestrated. And now us learning the culture, my kid speaking more Hawaiian than I was at 3 times her age is how we gain that back. How we
100%.
How we stay rooted, how we stay pili ta'aina, knowing the stories of our places and kupuna and people that we love. And yeah, people try to split us up, claim Kamehameha the 8, whatever. We're all royalty. We all strong. The strongest royal in Hawaiian history is the Aina. And all of us come from the Aina.
I love that. Hell yeah. So I think that right there should be the ending, because that will give you actual thought process into it, and just, bro, that just blew my mind, honestly, because I love that whole, because really that is what it was. It was orchestrated. That's why I can't pinpoint on why I don't know all these, like the language and all that, but they wanted us to do that. They taught us to sing the Pledge of Allegiance at every single. So I know that more than how to Oli or anything. You know what I mean? So
sure.
Fuck yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
This is Punahele. You guys go deep dive into his music and really check out his message. Go on his Instagram. This guy, it took me like hours to get to like the bottom of his page, because he has so much to teach you and so much knowledge to share with you. So definitely thank you for being on here, bro. You the man. Hell yeah. Yes, sir. I'm gonna put some music too.
Okay. Shoot. Yes, sir. Gee. Like a good neighbor, the Aina is there. My advice to you is to always be prepared. Pull Kalla from out the emu and I'll share it with you. Colonize the teachers teaching lies in our schools, left wing, right wing. Both of them my enemy, both of them benefit. The bird of white supremacy stand for the Aina, or fall for anything. Set yourself up for success instead of downward spiraling. No need spray poison, no need trap the void. If it starts on the mountain, let it flow to the kai. No need hog stop. Let the hunters hunt to destroy our food systems is what those cowards want when the Aina provides. Always say thanks. No be law drain the Red Hill tanks. Stop desecrating Evie to build condominiums. We protect our kupuna and the places we come from. When they look at Hawaii, paradise is what they see, not the water pollution by the military. This ain't the land of the brave or the home of the free. To this day, my people fight for political sovereignty. I want to smoke with anybody that desecrates land. You can still get slapped by these lovely hula hands. Decolonization, no more culture degradation, no more military bases. We want Aina restoration. We want land back and deoccupation. For my people, I will stand with no hesitation. Don't want dependency, sustainability's the goal. Tourism economies is Babylon control. My language still spoken, all Hana still growing. They try, but our spirit will never be broken. Aloha means Joey Carter types gotta go. Make Waikiki Lo'i, let the kalo patches grow. Brah.